Hello. Good day, everyone. How you doing today? So, a couple more weeks and we're done with the year. So, where are we? We are in the second week and the second of my videos here on December, the end of the year, and Advent. So we're not looking at this before I get all the hate mail and the politically correct. This is really about the word Advent. And I use the word Advent for a number of different reasons and different meanings. And we're going to use the word Advent as another word for preparation, prepare, get ready. Last week we talked about if you know what having children is or grandchildren, and you prepare for them. You're getting the room ready, you're getting the bed ready, and if you're grandparents, you're getting ready to spoil them or maybe sit for them or whatever. You're getting prepared for them. So this is what we are talking about, is the Advent, the coming of, the anticipation of something. Now, people who have no hope, this is a very hard concept. Because if you have no hope, then you're not looking forward. And during this time of season, what we are doing is looking forward. We are preparing for what's to come. And if you look at the very definition, again, we're not looking at this necessarily from a religious standpoint, but the word faith. We have faith in one another. We have faith in our friends, in our family. We have faith in our car. We have faith our job will be there tomorrow. What is the definition of faith? Well, faith is believing in something unseen, anticipating, preparing for an outcome that we believe to happen. So I choose to prepare for a better year ahead. I choose to prepare for a hopeful new year. How can you be so positive and upbeat? It doesn't happen every day. And it is a choice. Quite honestly, we can debate and argue that all day. Well, you don't know what it's like, and I don't. I have no clue what it's like for you. But hope can be a choice. I can choose to believe that something better is going to come. Because without hope, we really have nothing. And there are people who really feel they have nothing. And so today I want to reach out to you who may have hope. I'm hoping if you're listening to me today that you have some hope, or you really have nothing better to do than to listen to me. But that hope is something we can give to people. And that's really what I try to do every day here, is to give hope to people who choose to have faith in us, the Council on Aging, who have chosen to have hope in me, that I can deliver some hope. Now, I'm not saying delivering promises. I'm not saying guaranteeing. I'm saying providing hope. Hope as in anticipation. Anticipating what's about to come. And if we believe that good things are going to come, will they come? There's a chance it might. There's a chance it may not come. But it is that very anticipation of hope that we must receive if we need it, and maybe more importantly, give it to those who are looking for it. I believe that there are more people out there looking for hope than people who have hope to give. And so sometimes that's why I feel I choose to give hope to make up for people who can't give hope. And maybe someone will see, that guy is always hopeful. And maybe they'll say, maybe I can be that way. I believe you can. And this is the season of hope. Last week we talked about joy, the excitement, that thing that's down in here. And I believe if you have that down here, it's easier to give hope. I was not always a person with joy. I was not always a person of hope, because I allowed other people to control my ability to give, my ability to feel, my ability to have emotions. So these are choices. These are clear choices. And I choose to be joyful. I choose to be hopeful. Full of hope. Now there's some people who may argue about full of some other things, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about hope. So I'm looking at this season, this month. What can I do? What can you do to give other people hope? Well, that's not something that could be wrapped up in a nice present, and they need a robe or they need slippers, and yeah, they need all those things. I get that. But let's talk about the gift of hope, the gift of joy. What kind of things can we share this year with others? Well, that's not much of a gift. I would argue strongly. I would argue that. The gift of hope is one that will keep giving forever. On a day-to-day basis. Hope is what we all need. Yes, we need love. Yes, we need joy. For me, I think hope is one of those things that we just look right over because it's a dark hole. Nobody wants to look in that hole of people who have lost hope. And when you're in a hole, it's hard to see the light. But all darkness is the absence of light. And light is all around us. You can't have darkness without light. We have to be the light. We have to provide the hope. To let people know, I got your back. Here's my hand. Come on. So this season, will you think about giving the gift of hope to somebody who really needs it? There's a lot of people who have a facade. We've talked about facades in the past. Those are those masks that we all wear. And I love, even my pastor always says, it's okay not to be okay. And there's always people walking around with the happy face on and, hey, how you doing today? Oh, I'm blessed. And, and then they just ran over their dog or their partner left them and they're in bankruptcy, but everything's good. And everything's not always good. And for people who have lost hope, you can't get any more real than that. So let's take a look around us to the people. Let's look beyond the facade. And we can. We can look beyond that. Because when we start looking into people's hearts, and we know what they need hope, they need love, maybe they need a hug, maybe they need a handshake. And if those things freak you out, then do whatever it is that you need to do. Wash your hands or mask up or hazmat suit up, whatever you need to do. But people need a touch, need a human touch. They need a spark. Just think about when your car dies and the battery dies. What does it need? It needs a jump. Will you be a jumper today and go give a spark of hope to somebody? I am hopeful sitting right here today that I know there's somebody out there that's saying, yeah, I know he's talking to me. And I probably am. But only you know that. So go out there today. Go out this season. Go out the whole year. But let's start this month. Let's provide some hope because that's what we do here. We give people hope. So, this has just been Rich with words of wisdom, inspiration, and whatever else I have to give. Saying, peace out.